College Hoops on FS1 is sponsored by the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Be ready for anything winter throws at you. It's thrown us a frigid day in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're warm inside the Al McGuire Center on the campus of Marquette University for Big East women's basketball as the Georgetown Hoyas visit the Marquette Golden Eagles. So glad to have you along with us this afternoon alongside my partner Patricia Babcock-McGraw. I'm Patrick Reed. Today, Trish, we have a matchup of two of the most potent offenses in the Big East and a pair of outstanding freshmen who both wear number 11.
Yeah, Zaya Blockton and Deanna White were two of the top recruits in the country last year. Now they are two of the best freshmen in the Big East Conference. They both know how to put the ball in the basket. They lead their teams in scoring.
Blockton for Marquette leads the way. Deanna White for Georgetown leads the way. And let's take a look at today's starting lineups, Trish. And as we see those, both teams have a pair of secondary players that have been just as good this season. Natisha Heidemann for Marquette and Dorothy Adomako for Georgetown.
Both of those players are such tough matchups because they both can take you inside and can shoot from the outside as well.
Georgetown up 12 on Marquette, trying to earn its first win on the road in the Big East this season. Glad to have you with us here at halftime. Patrick Reed along with Patricia Babcock-McGraw. Patricia, for Georgetown in the first half, they did everything they wanted to do, got good post play, good passing there, and made the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, and one of the key players for Georgetown early was Dorothy Adomako. She was a stat stuffer while she was in the game. 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting, but she played only 5 minutes. She got into that early foul trouble. She needs to keep herself on the floor.
Yeah, hard to believe the efficiency for Adomako, a player who played just 5 minutes in the first half, but really showed what she can do. What we've noted as we've gone through today is that Georgetown, the things it does well, they have been doing today, including a huge rebounding advantage on Marquette.
24 to 15 rebounding advantage for Georgetown. They are one of the best rebounding teams in the Big East. They also are one of the biggest shot blocking teams in the Big East. Only have one of those here, but the turnovers have also been a storyline for Georgetown. 8 turnovers for Marquette, and that has been huge. Their defense has really forced Marquette into some tough offensive situations.
A 24-15 rebounding advantage for Georgetown. Faith Woodard has had a nice day on the offensive end with 10 points, but what about this block here? Good on the defensive end as well. Georgetown up 12. Georgetown up 4 on Marquette at the start of the fourth and trying to close out Big East win number 3 of the season. Television history will be made next Sunday when the first ever UFC title bout comes to FS1. Bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw puts his belt on the line as he takes on former champ and number 1 ranked contender Dominick Cruz. Plus, former world champion Anthony Pettis battles Eddie Alvarez. It all begins next Sunday at 7 Eastern, only on FS1. Three-point shooting has been a big part of the success story for Marquette in this game. Michaela Yentz, a knockdown there to extend the lead.
The transformation of Michaela Yentz from last year to this year. Remember, this is a player who averaged only about 2.5 points per game. Didn't get a lot of minutes, was asked to totally change her role as one of the 2 remaining players on this Marquette team. Now averages almost 10 points per game, number 1 on this team in three-pointers. She has 39 on the season now. Just a phenomenal change of attitude and mentality for a player to go from just barely playing to really being a key go-to player. And she's hitting some huge shots, not afraid to take them either.
We mentioned Yentz earlier in the show is becoming now more of a focal point of the offense. 18 points today, hits the career high. This is Burton. Inside, tough shot, no. Marquette gonna look to break here, but a foul. Behind the play against Vitalis. Third against Vitalis as we take a look at the lack of control here for Georgetown on the offensive end.
The Marquette defense has just got Georgetown revved beyond its comfort level. Even when they're breaking the press, they're shooting too quickly in the half court, not getting good shot opportunities. It's been a completely different Georgetown team in this fourth quarter. I thought for the most part they were handling things well, and many of their offensive possessions were very smooth and fluid. And now they are rushed and hectic.
Blockton now with 19 points. Just south of her standard in Big East play at 20. Get up 9, Georgetown looking for answers now as White fires 3. Grabbed by Wilborn. to believe that we find ourselves in this position, Trish, considering the way the first half unfolded, but Marquette simply didn't go away. As Yance will trigger their third.
When it's working, it's working. Michaela Yance just seemingly can't miss now from three-point range. Hitting it as she's falling backwards.
A career high today for Michaela Yance, 21 points, 4 made three-pointers.
Just huge in bringing this Marquette team back from the dead, really. They were just did not look good, out of sequence. Georgetown in full control for the first half and much of the third quarter.
McCormick trying to get it going. That's got to feel good from Katie McCormick. We'll finally see one fall. First made bucket of the day. 10 points the Marquette lead. 5 players in double figures for the Golden Eagles. Including Amani Wilborn here.
Why
Yes,
not?
again, and why not?
Why not? They are looking for her, and she is finding open space so well.
Just once prior to this season had Yance scored in double figures.
Wow.
She sits now at 24 this afternoon.
And that's a lesson to all players. Never give up.
McCormick not feeling it. Vitalis the second try. Martin getting position, will go to the line.
Michaela Yance, freshman and sophomore year, not playing much. A lesson to all of you guys out there who are struggling and not feeling great about your game, not sure what your role is. Hey, just keep plugging away. Michaela Yance having a banner day here today. Completely changed her role, changed her mindset. Just stuck with it and reaping the rewards right now.
One of the reasons she's having this success, Carolyn Keeger said coming into the season, was that she spends the time in the gym, spends the time on strength and conditioning, spends all the time she needs to spend. She is a gym rat, as they call them. And that shows for Michaela Yance this season.
In the Marquette offense, they kind of changed it up a little bit. They're a little bit more of a 5-out, spreading the floor. That really helps her game as well. A lot of kick-out opportunities to Michaela Yance.
Here's Heidemann. It's all falling for Marquette. Everything going right for the Golden Eagles in the second half.
8 3-pointers in this game for Marquette.
81-67 the lead. 1:45 to go in the fourth. Here's McCormick again. Foul on the rebound. First goes for Wilborn, another product of Milwaukee. A top 100 recruit coming to Marquette. Led her team to a state title in 2013, Riverside University High School, and has really come on as Big East play has begun as well. Averaging just under 10 points a game for the season. Georgetown up 14. Battle, one touch, and to the basket.
And that was a great offensive possession for Georgetown. Didn't rush it, didn't get trapped into that rushing mentality. Just took their time and got a great basket out of it.
And again, the post passing was there for Georgetown. Now Davenport going to work off the window. Couple of moves, it goes down for Erica Davenport. And now the press, Georgetown breaks it. Inside Woodard, and a travel. We look at passing both ways for both teams. For Georgetown, we've noted it's been good in this game. And now we start to see Marquette warming up here.
Seeing some concentration in the paint area with the post players, letting them get to work.
So Marquette has the basketball coming off the 6th Georgetown turnover of the afternoon. They'll give it for Yance. Her shot too strong. White back on the floor to run the offense for Georgetown. Spent some time on the bench in the first half. Inside for Vitalis. That was a tough shot that Dominique Vitalis got.
Kind of got her feet tangled up there, and I don't think she was at the right angle, but wow, what a shot.
Natasha Adair said she's been one of the most consistent players in this program, and Davenport won't get the first try. Marquette having a hard time settling it down, and we see a foul.
See Dominique Vitalis kind of coming in at a strange angle, not the angle she wanted, but getting it to go down. You talk about how she's been the most consistent player for Georgetown for Coach Natasha Adair, but she also came to Adair and said, hey, when Natasha first got on campus, give me a chance, Coach. I'm I'm an older player. I've been here for a while. I'll work my tail off for you. I'll do whatever you need. And she certainly has done that for Coach Adair. Been a great example, a great leader for the program, and kind of been the spokesperson for the team as well. All these young players don't know exactly what to say, when to speak up. Vitalis has been in that role.
Has been better as she has progressed. The free throws for Michaela Yentz cut into the Georgetown lead, now at 14. We see Jasmine Jackson return to the floor. Grad student coming back to the Georgetown program from George Mason.
She's had an interesting journey.
No
Georgetown,
doubt.
then George Mason, then back to Georgetown.
Good thing the schools aren't too far away from each other. As Burton on the drive through traffic. Grabbed by Blockton. Marquette has numbers. Blockton the leave for Wilborn. Up. Second try and a foul. What we're seeing right now, Trish, is a little bit of life from Marquette from Blockton there.
Yeah, that's right. And you see Blockton just chopping at the bit to get the ball down the floor. And this is in Marquette's wheelhouse. This is what they want to do, push, push, push. Now they've got to start finishing on those opportunities.
This is what has made Marquette an exciting team to watch at times this year. Hasn't been there today. Blockton hits the first.
You know, the good thing for Marquette, though, is that these opportunities are starting to become more plentiful, partly because they've ratcheted up the defense a little bit, but they are just getting into the flow a little bit more. They're getting more transition opportunities, and those shots will start to fall.
Alizea Blockton 4 times the Big East Freshman of the Week this season. She is an early candidate for that Freshman of the Year award. Georgetown's Dorothy Adamako took that home last year. She's on the bench with a couple of personal fouls here in the first half. And just before the 1-minute mark, a foul off the ball against Georgetown.